Let's make bread your showstopper. Hi everyone, welcome back to my vlog. And today we are making bread, but with a twist. As usual, this recipe has easily accessible ingredients. So today we are using flour, yeast, sugar, milk, melted butter, egg, lemon zest or cinnamon depending on the kind of flavor you want. I used lemon zest today though, but my usual go-to is cinnamon. So for the mixing, I had to call the big guns. So this is my mom pouring everything into a bowl. Some people like to start with their warm water, but trust me, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is gradually adding your flour and getting the right consistency and not forgetting the very important part, it's kneading. You need to be patient, you need to be proactive, you need to be ready. So, as everyone knows, making bread is time consuming. After the first knead, you have to let it rest for at least 15 minutes. So, this was 15 minutes later. The bread has risen, and now we are going back to the second set of kneading before we start to mold our bread. It's very important to start with a round shaped bread before you mold into any shape. So today we are braiding our bread. So you just make a long log or whatever and then divide it into three without cutting off the head. So the head still has to be attached and then you make like a three-legged man. And then you just start braiding. I'm sorry if you don't know how to braid, go and learn. But yeah, my mom is teaching you guys, so this is how it goes. So you just twist and turn till you get to the bottom. Another important baking tip, just use baking sheet to avoid stories that touch. The bread looks good and ready to go into the oven, right? Psych! We have to wait for another 30 minutes for it to properly prove before we put it in the oven. So this was 30 minutes later. We are doing an egg wash so we get the shine we want. So if this isn't heaven, tell me what is. Disclaimer, this usually looks better than it does today and it's my fault. I baked it for too long. So here's my mom trying to show you guys the interior of the bread. I'll just let the video talk for itself. So I hope I have convinced and not confused you today that bread doesn't always need to be boring. Make your bread a showstopper. Bye.